Hi, this is going to be a lecture on VPC Private Service Connect. So let's say you have a virtual machine which has a private IP address and you want to connect this to a storage file or maybe even a spanner file. So how do you do that? One way of doing it is you can actually create something called as a private service connect endpoint which has its own IP address, and using a private zone, private DNS zone, you can actually link this IP address to a URL and use that particular URL to connect to the cloud storage internally without going through the internet. So the endpoint of the URL should be service-endpoint.p.googleapis.com. So the service should be the service that you're pointing to. For example, if I want to use cloud storage, then the service would be replaced by storage, and the endpoint can be any random string. So the advantage of this is that you can actually create private endpoints using global internal IP address. One advantage of that is, let's assume that you have an on-premise network which is connected to your VPC, which has a private service connect. So using that particular private service connect URL, you can actually connect to all those Google APIs on your on-premise network internally without having to go through the internet. So let's see a demo and see how it works. So I have a bucket and this bucket contains this particular file. So what I will try to do is, using private service connect, I will try to access this file internally. So the first thing I need to do is I need to create a private service connect. So to do that, you can go to your network services and private service connect. So let me create one. Here I will tick on all Google services. I can give a name. And I already have a IP address 192.168.10.5. You can create your own IP address as long as it doesn't have a conflict with the existing network. So let's assume I can just create one more. So this particular IP address is part of the already existing subnet. So let's see what happens if I try to click on save. So it doesn't let you save because it says that it conflicts with an existing subnetwork. So I'll give an IP address that doesn't belong to any of the subnets. So I'll give 5.3.1. So this should work. So after I've done that, I can just select that IP address. So let me just click on this and click on add services. So I have created my private service connect with this particular IP address. So the next thing I need to do is I need to create a private zone, and I need to link a particular URL in that private zone with this IP address. So let me just copy this. Let me go to cloud DNS. What I need to do is I need to create a zone. So it will be a private zone and its domain should be p.googleapis.com. So let me just copy this. I'll just give this as private zone. And it's part of the master VPC. So once I've created my zone, I need to add a record set. So I'll click on add record set. So here I need to give the name of the endpoint. So it should be storage hyphen. So what I'll do is I'll give the name, connection name here to make it simpler. So it should be storage corresponds to the service we are trying to connect to. That is cloud storage, and this is basically the name of the private service connect. And here I need to give the IP address. So let me just click on this IP, copy this IP, and I'll just paste it here. So I have created the private zone and I have created the endpoint for accessing the cloud storage. So what I'll do now is I'll just copy this endpoint and I'll replace this with the new endpoint. So this is basically the private endpoint that I've created. This is the name of the cloud bucket and this is the name of the file. So let me just show you the bucket name and the file name once more. So this is the name of the bucket and this is the name of the file. So what I'll do is I'll try to create a VM instance with a private IP address only, and I'll try to access this file using this particular endpoint that I've just created. So let me just copy this. So I've opened my SSH with instance 1. So I'll try to do a curl. So as you can see that I'm able to access this particular file with the URL. So that's how it works. If you have any doubts, please don't hesitate to ping me or get in touch with me. Thank you.